And again, I timed it just right. I got the tongue of this moose sticking out, so I thought it turned out pretty good. Well, good morning. Steve's not with me today, so I thought I'd make a video by myself. It's not going to be as good without Steve, but I thought I'd do a video of the top 12 photos that I did out in Colorado. Now, before the trolls start getting onto me, I know this channel is called Mo Ozark Photos, but my wife and I like to travel. Oh, by the way, we do have a YouTube travel channel, and I'll link that below, so go check that out, and please subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. But I thought I'd give you the top 12 photos that I did, in my opinion, out in Colorado. Stay tuned to this channel. It's going to be changing a little bit because I brought Steve on. We're going to do more group type things. Stay tuned to this channel because I'm going to show you how I post-processed one of my last astrophotography, and I have to give all the credit to Steve. He picked out a fantastic spot, so come back and look at that. Okay, let's go to the computer and look at my top 12 photos from the Colorado trip. Okay, so here we are in Lightroom, and this is the first image that I took. Now, this is not your typical Colorado scene. We were out in the plains of Colorado, and we stopped for the night, and I got up early the next morning, and these rock foundations were up on the hill. I really like the way the light touching this rock right here. And later in that morning, in this area down here, I think I saw a rattlesnake, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I like the way the light's hitting this scene. I'm doing a lot of cropping in this photo because there was a telephone pole over on this left hand side. So let's go to the next image. Same area, the clouds came over the sun, but I saw this rock in the foreground. Now this is what I call balanced composition, because this rock draws your eye to this rock. And actually, this is a small rock, and this is a big grouping of rocks, but it gives balance. And you can see my horizon line is at the top. The clouds weren't real pretty at this time. Garden of the Gods. Now, this is a real busy place. My wife and I went during, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and it was crowded. So it was her idea, let's get up early and go back. And I really like this image in black and white. Even though in color it's not bad, I just like, it has kind of an Ansel Adams feel to it. So I really like the way this turned out. And the next photo is also Garden of the Gods, and I thought I was done for the day, but I went around the corner and this is what I saw, and had to stop again. There was a little pull out, and because it wasn't crowded, I was able to pull off the road and get this photo. And you can see this, if you've never been to Garden of the Gods, this is a neighborhood back here and buildings back here. It's right in Colorado Springs. Well worth the effort, free. So highly suggest if you're in Colorado Springs, go through the Garden of the Gods. This is Glenwood Canyon. This was a hard shoot. It was overcast. The water was running real hard because of the snow melt off, but I kind of like this composition. I like this little green plant here and how this water leads your eye into the composition. But it was a hard shoot because of how tight the canyon is. That noise you hear behind me is our dog Piper. You haven't seen Piper? Oh, you can kind of see Piper down there. She's listening. And here's another one of Glenwood Canyon. My eye was attracted to these flowers right here, and these flowers and this log coming across here. This is a cropped photo. In the upper right hand corner I had sky showing, but this was so dark down here that I decided to crop out the sky. I don't do a lot of wildlife photography, but this was in Rocky Mountain National Park, which my wife and I talked. A lot of people don't talk about this park, but it's a beautiful park, Estes Park. It's on the east slope of Colorado, and we were coming down one evening and saw a car traffic jam. That usually means there's some kind of animal, and got this elk. The lighting was late evening. The sun had gone over the mountains already. I like the velvet on the antlers here, and I just like the feel of this photo. This was right behind our camper. I shot several pictures of this elk because it's the first wildlife we've seen, and the timing was great. I didn't even know I got this. I like the way this young elk has its tongue out, and the composition, I have it over to 1/3 of the composition over here, but I just like the timing of it. If I was to critique this, I wish I would have moved back a little more to show the feet, the paws, I don't know what you call them, the hooves of this elk. Now this is at the top of the pass there at Rocky Mountain National Park. It's such a big vista. Now I didn't have the opportunity a lot of times to pick the time of day. This was earlier in the morning because we wanted to beat the crowds, but there were no clouds in the sky. The lighting was pretty harsh, but I like this picture. It turned out real nice. I like this diagonal line of these foreground rocks, the scale that these rocks added to the composition. I just like the feel of this. Here's another. I just turned around. This talus field in the foreground. I like the shadow detail. There was a few clouds here. I like the haze. It kind of gives it perspective or atmosphere. So not a bad composition. This moose was a lot of fun to shoot. Another traffic jam. I couldn't get pulled in. So my wife said, hey, there's a parking lot up ahead. So luckily I listened to her, pulled into the parking lot, and these moose, there was 3 of them. This is the biggest racked one, came and came right towards that parking lot. And again, I timed it just right. I got the tongue of this moose sticking out, so I thought it turned out pretty good. And here's the last one. It was a big group of elk coming over the road on the pass, but I like the way the light catches this elk's eye and the little ones in the background. It was a fun shoot. And I believe that was the last one. Leave a comment below. Tell me which one was your favorite, which was your least favorite, and if you have the time, tell me why you like your favorite, why you don't like a certain photo, and be nice. Tell me what you didn't like. It helps me grow as a photographer. So come back. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd like to get our viewership up and see where our next adventure with our cameras take us. I hope Steve and I will get together here soon. Bye.